Good morning, you guys. Welcome in. Welcome to day 95. We have made it 95 days of going live every morning. We used to go live for at least 15 minutes. Now we'd be going live for at least 20 minutes. At most, like 30. Right now, I'm just putting some colors down to get started with today's art. I have zero idea of what it is that I will be painting, but I'm setting the intention for it to be something that's in alignment. I don't know. We'll see. Today is Friday the 13th, so there's that. I don't know how all these colors look together. So yeah, happy Friday the 13th. I slept like a baby. I slept so good last night. This morning I was like, oh man, I'm not ready to get up. That's how good I was sleeping. I think it's because it's getting a little bit more chilly too. In cold weather, my body be like, yeah, we want to still be in bed. But here I am. I am up. So yesterday I went to a lyra class, my first complete lyra class. I've already gone to practice lyra, but I got a full class yesterday, and it was so fun. I learned so much. It takes a lot of strength. The teacher is great. Also, I'm super lesbian. Why are women so beautiful? Anyway, I had a great time. And I already signed up for my next class, so that's how I know it was good. They allowed us to record at the end, so I haven't really watched the video back yet, because when I got back home, I was just like, I was superfied buzzing, and I wanted to like keep the night going. So much to the point where I was gonna text like people that I don't really care to hang out with, but then I was like, wait, what is that? Let me not do that. And I sat with myself. I literally just sat there on my bed. And then all of a sudden a friend, like my bestie, she like sent me a text message and was like, hey, can you talk? And I was like, wow. Because I sat still, I actually get to talk to someone that I'm in alignment to talk with instead of having like some surface conversations just to fill the space because I'm still hyped up from all the energy I exerted earlier. You know what I'm saying? You ever get like that? Where you're like, I don't want the fun to end, but you also don't want to really hang out with the people that's available. So you just have to like sit with yourself. Parts of me literally was like, maybe I could go get a drink. But then like I literally went to my chat GPT and I was like, wait a minute. I'm wanting to go like get something to drink after I just had that amazing physically taxing like class. I don't really think that I'm trying to have no buzz, and I know that I don't like the way I feel most times when I drink, like the next day. So I've been really trying to avoid that sensation. But anyway, I sat there, my ChatGPT was like, okay, it sounds like you're feeling like having a drink because you're in that in-between space. And I was like, yeah, besides, I'm going to have company soon. Maybe I should enjoy this peace that I have right now because I was home alone. And as soon as I said that, she texted. And we had a fantastic conversation and catch up. And I drank 2 cups of tea. 2 cups of tea, gardened a little bit, put a movie on, and called it a night. I put movies on to go to sleep. Sometimes I do that. Are you guys liking today's art? Are you enjoying my conversation about my night? You know, we go through these little triggers, and sometimes we have to actually check ourselves before just like satisfying whatever the urge is in the moment because sometimes it's not something we actually want. We're just doing it out of habit and to fill the space. And there's nothing wrong with that, to be honest. It's just when you actually recognize it and you're like, wait a minute, I actually don't want to be doing this. Then it's good to sit still, don't do anything, and just see what pops up in your reality next. Thank you guys for the reactions. Thanks for the likes. I see y'all are here. I hope y'all are having a good morning or night wherever you are. Tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Maybe I'll paint something Valentine's themed. I also went to a farmer's market yesterday and it was Valentine's theme. I didn't even realize it. And when I got there, they had like all kinds of sweet treats. It was actually one of my coworkers that invited me. And so I took an Uber over and got this fat cookie that was so delicious. Kind of want to change brushes. We've been painting with this one the whole time. So we'll switch to this guy here for like the rest of the spaces. But yeah, I did a lot of things yesterday. It's crazy. I went to the gym, lifted it out. My upper body is getting so strong. My lower body, my legs, like shadow hit my legs. And I was like, holy, when did my muscles start popping on my legs? I was like, yeah, I bet I'm going to the gym right now. Let's keep this going. I'm sure it's because of like all of the walking that I do and like I just do a lot of manual stuff around here in my life. But anyway, yeah, I went to the gym. Definitely got on both massage chairs. Well, the hydro massage bed, and then the massage chair. Both were so good. I always want to go back like 3 times. I've only done one and one each time I go, but I've been wanting to go back like a lot. I don't know how many times they'll let you go. Oh, thank you so much. Thanks, Waven. If you guys are new here and you haven't subscribed, make sure that you do so you don't miss when I go live. Sometimes I forget to say that. And I know sometimes we need reminders as people. I am definitely an artist. I love what I do. I love what I do. I'm not just an artist. I am also like, I love to do a lot of physical things. I'm very physically fit. I've always been. I'm an Aries sun. I love astrology. Do you guys like astrology? Anybody like astrology out there? I like astrology. I love watching movies and binging shows. You give me a good show and some time and I will watch that. I will watch that hoe. Thank you. You trying to be my favorite, Waven? How do you say your name? Wait, when, mm, hmm, W. Hebnell? Hmm, maybe. Maybe that could be it. That could be it. Let's get into this red. Let's mix these a little bit more now. It's coming out to be like an earthy color. Guys, you know, if you do follow astrology, you know that they're saying that I think like in the next day or so, Saturn is supposed to go into Aries. And it's supposed to be an amazing transit, a different time that none of us have ever experienced. So we don't even know what to expect. But we know it's going to be good because Aries is an empowered zodiac sign. I could talk about Aries all day because I'm an Aries sun. Aries sun, Gemini moon, Taurus rising. Pika pika. Yeah, it can be a little pika pika sometimes. A little spicy. But generally I'm very calm. People feel very safe in my presence. I'm just getting a brush. And before I learned how to like handle my emotions, thank you. Before I learned how to handle my emotions, um, I would only think about my feelings, but now I actually allow myself to feel my feelings, like the physical, what it feels like inside my body. And then I like stop and think about. So like what I'm learning, and this is probably so boring for you guys watching, but I'm just gonna still talk about it. What I'm learning as far as like with where we're headed astrologically is that the place where Aries is in your birth chart, that's part of what's going to be affected, and you can see like where Saturn is going to like pass through, which one is it going to pass through for you, and then it'll show you like what you're going to be working on. So for me, Aries is in my 12th house. And the 12th house in astrology is basically the house of like the hidden, spiritual, internal, like yourself, the part of you that people don't see, that sometimes you don't even see. And for a long time, like, I couldn't tell you what my identity was because I would just meld into whoever was around me. I would become them very easily. And it had to take for me to like fully be able to like wake up to that's what I was doing in order to like be able to not do it anymore. And now that I don't do it anymore, I'm able to like put all that energy into myself. So basically, it's passing through my 12th house, and I already thought my psychic abilities were online. Not really my psychic abilities. I already thought I was spiritual, but like just in like a playful kind of kiddie way. But it's saying that it's gonna light that up even more. And you just gotta be ready to let go and experience it. Someone gave the advice of not telling yourself stories about yourself anymore. Like, this is one story that I tell. I'm a Reiki master. Like, I did get fully attuned to be a Reiki master. I can do Reiki on people and they can feel relief. I don't do it often, but it is a thing. And so I'm like, wow, does this mean that even that even that ability is going to get even stronger? Maybe I'll be able to embrace it. And I'm like, whoa, that is still a story that I'm telling. Imagine I'm not telling a story, but imagine I'm just trying to imagine differently. Imagine that even more stronger abilities come online besides that. I'm like, whoa. I'm 46, so I wouldn't be surprised, you know? I've already lived a lot of the life chapters, a lot of the things that we're supposed to go through along the journey. Today's color palette is very interesting. I'm very surprised how earthy it came out from these three colors. I hope y'all remember that I do these lives because it also helps me to process my emotions so I don't drag them out into my day. It's an outlet. I can dot it out here and then start my day feeling fresh. So fresh, so clean. I don't believe in the whole Friday the 13th thing though, so I don't find anything to be scary about it. I honestly think that 13 equals 4, and 4 is about home, and home is about your connection to yourself. Because wherever you go, there you are. You're always at home inside yourself. These little dots are so satisfying, y'all. I always tell y'all, like, I get lost in these dots. Don't get lost in the sauce. but do get lost in the dots because it's therapeutic. Today is Friday, you guys. You guys got any plans for the weekend? It just dawned on me hearing the men outside. I'm like, oh yeah, that's why I can hear them so loudly. It's the last day of the week. Of the work week. I don't have any plans in particular. I am open. If something pops off, we'll see how I feel in the moment. I'm like, where else can I put dots? Can you guys see any other places I can put dots? Today's art is looking like it's almost done. I'm running out of space for my abstractions. Let's put a heart right here. We'll be intentional about this one. Everything else just poured out. But this one, the heart. For anyone who's currently watching, I know this is my art page, but on my TikTok and on my Instagram, I do share more about my life there. I post about the classes that I'm going to, that Lyra class, and just like different moments that happen in my life as I'm going through my days here in Puerto Rico. So feel free to go to my bio. I do have links there. Also, if you're watching this and you have been following me for a while and you know that I'm a solo traveler as well, I do have a link in my bio to World Packer. So if you did want to sign up for it and get like $10 off your sign up, you could do that. I know sometimes I talk about it and I'm like, woo, it's going to give you like some crazy experiences, but it's not World Packers that's doing it. It's just different hosts. Different people are different in their environments. And so when we go into these environments to volunteer and help out, you just got to see how your nervous system reacts. It's a good challenge, to be honest. And you get to travel and see different parts of the world without having to pay like a lot or pay for rent, things like that. So, with that being said, you guys, I think that I'm going to call it here. I think this is it before I mess this up. Maybe not. Let me see if I add a little bit of lightness to here. It's giving layers. I've been at it for 25 minutes, so yeah, I will be getting off in just a moment. Make sure that you guys subscribe so you don't miss when I go live. And do all the things. Do all the things. Comment, subscribe, turn on your notification bell. Sometimes I go live 2 times in one day. You just never know. Okay. Oh, Yudha. Bye. You guys have a fantastic day today. Here's my art. A bit close. Definitely abstract. Definitely looking beautiful. I don't know what it's trying to say, but it feels kind of tribal, right? Feels tribal. If this speaks to someone and you can interpret or it brings some sort of a meaning or resonance to you, feel free to put in the comments because this one feels like it's trying to say something. But I don't know. Like this looks like a house, but also liftoff, a portal, different things you have to go through. I don't know. It's exciting. I'm really excited that you guys got to be here with me today. I will be back again tomorrow. Make sure you're subscribed. Do all the things. Until next time. Bye.